Hello, this is JonniesWay, and this is the Stanley Parable. It's a quite new game. It came out October, November last year, and so it's been out for some months. I have read about it some, and it's a really cool game. I'm really excited to play this. It has, for us, I know, it's about 6 different endings. Only that thing is really interesting. See where that goes. So, and it's about the parable. I checked it up, the word parable. It was kind of new to me, so I will read a little thing here so we learn things here. You probably maybe knew it, so, but it's the word parable comes from the Greek parabole, meaning comparison, illustration, analogy. It was the name given by Greek rhetoricians to an illustration in the form of a brief fictional narrative. A parable is a succinct, didactic story in a prose or verse. Oh yeah, now we know everything. So let's continue. Good to have the background information, huh?
This is the story of a man named
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee
427, all right.
job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
All right.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
Very stimulating, yeah.
To push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month
year.
Of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
He was happy. That's the important thing.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Right.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Oh.
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright. And a very old computer. I don't know if it's... Is it... I cannot jump. Alright. I have only one button to use. It's the push button. Alright, we get out of this place. 4 to 8, 4 to 9. It all looked the same.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. Nothing outside. Many more desks. Nothing here. We move on. 417. Very stimulating workplace down they had. They at least have windows. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did I? I haven't entered it yet. But the narrator wants me to take the left door. But if I want to take the right door, what happens then? Is that part of the different endings?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee lounge. Okay. We will see where we go.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Alright. Cool. Very inspiring.
Yes. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
But if I don't know. I want to see here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Oh yes. Really interesting. It's a very nice done game, this. All the details. All the details. Alright. Here's some. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cost death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Alright.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
I'm so worried.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
I'm asking
this
for
is it,
her.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Okay. I don't know where to. The dark room. Oh. Oops.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
Okay.
If you can truly place your faith in another,
then pick up the phone. Alright, we do it. It's all going to be white. And now it fades away too.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Alright.
Alright.
I cannot move.
Okay, there we go. Alright, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Whoa! Shit.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay. Hello.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press X on your keyboard. Right.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press 4.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press 8. I don't do what he says.
But in his mind,
I don't do it,
in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Through the story.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press key to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while
There's
at
no
work,
TV.
he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press L to spend time with your voice.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Cannot get out there. 7 to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press E to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press O. 0.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
The workplace coming back again.
The more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Alright.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Do not do it. But what shall I do then? I can push.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Okay, that was one
How can I get him to see
I guess.
what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
To question nothing, press 8.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Alright.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
All these buttons.
And Stanley pushed a button. And
Stanley pushed a button. Now he's not pushing anymore. Buttons. Alright. It was the end of that story. Okay, we have experienced one end of the Stanley Parable. I will come back very soon with the next part. Take care. Bye.